Hello, water signs. Welcome back. This is going to be your mid-month reading for November. We're going to take a look into the cards, see what's in store for you. This is for your sun, moon, rising, and Venus. So if you have Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces in any of those placements, then this reading could be for you. Just please remember this is a general reading. Take what applies, discard what doesn't. And any other information you need is in the description box below. So without further ado, let's start your reading and find out what's in store for my water signs. All right, we're going to be taking a look into the Sacred Geometry deck, as always, to give us a frequency that is kind of governing water signs for the last 2 weeks of November. What frequency do we want to bring into their awareness? Oh, we have the lovely sacral chakra, okay? The frequency of the sacral chakra, the orange flower of life, supports our ability to flow with our desires and stimulates our creative power to manifest success and abundance in our lives. Okay, so the sacral chakra is where all of our abundance codes lie. A lot of our creativity comes from this place. A lot of what we manifest in this present moment is what it comes from, our work from the sacral chakra. Okay, let's go into sacral chakra. I'm getting a sense right now that some of you are feeling imbalanced in this area, like it's out of balance. Out of balance with your creativity, out of balance with perhaps passions or desires for something in your life. Let's go into the Fairy Oracle and see if we can get some more insight into this. What do water signs need to know for the last 2 weeks of November? The last 2 weeks of November, what will serve them to their highest good right now? What do they need to know? Okay, we have Gwacha. Gwacha comes up when there may be a surprise ahead in the last 2 weeks of November for you. Maybe a surprise. Something also, this idea when I look at this card too, that something that you might be not fully willing to see or fully willing to want to look at as well. I'm kind of getting that from this card this particular time. What else do they need to know? What other information is important to water signs at this time? What would be most helpful to them? Okay, wow. Okay, so we have the Death card coming up as well. I'm going to pull. You have the Journeyman. Yeah, that's it. That's all they want me to pull. Okay, so let's just take a look at these cards for a second. You know, the sacral chakra is where we birth a lot of our creativity, okay, in that energy center. And then you have the Death card coming up. It's interesting because we're just coming off this Taurus full moon. And Scorpio season was all about the death of something, right? The death and the transformation of some aspect of ourselves or some aspect of our lives. And then we have the sacral chakra. We also have the Journeyman, which is about either stepping out into a new path or trying something new or really wanting to go out and take a little bit of a risk. This has the Fool card energy to it, but it's also about wanting to go out and master something. There's this idea too, I talked about balance coming up, like I feel like something's off balance in the sacral chakra. For some of you, you're feeling this imbalance, either with like the creative flow or the passion or desire within some aspect of your life or within you. There's also, when you look at the Journeyman, there's this, he's kind of balancing like this ball on a stick behind him, on a very, very, very thin stick, and also standing on one foot on like his friend's head here. ready to take a leap of faith, ready to step where there may be no ground, still trying to balance something. And at the same time, you have this card coming up. There's a little bit of, I feel like there's a bit of trepidation here, a little bit of hesitation to see something. That there may be a surprise in store for you water signs for the last 2 weeks of November that may take you off guard. But we also then have this death card. We have this death card, and death is all about the metamorphosis of something, the transformation, but also with this card in particular, you see death is blinded even to the future. Okay, when you look into the crystal ball in its hands, even death is blind to what is held in the future. I feel like you guys might be going through something in your life where there's a lot of uncertainty and I want to say a little bit of fear of what is waiting for you if you take this risk or take this new direction. There's a new direction that you want to go into. And because of the sacral chakra, I feel like it's something that's kind of birthing new for you. Like either you're pivoting on something and totally transforming it into something new, or this is a whole new idea or direction or something to do, could be doing with work. It really could do with anything, to be honest, a relationship. I don't know. But this is interesting. I'm going to do this. We're going to go look into the tarot and see if we can't get some further insight here for you guys. Okay? What do water signs need to know? What is going on? Okay, we have the Devil and the Hangman in reverse. Yeah, like, okay. Coming out of a stagnant period, a period where you've had to pause and reflect on something, that with the Devil energy in reverse, it's about coming away from the obsessive nature of something, or this idea of feeling trapped, feeling bound. Okay, but no longer. It's like you're coming out of that. Like there was something that you may have felt bound by or trapped by, or you have been obsessing over, like you couldn't stop thinking about it or feeling something. And the Hangman talks about coming out with a new perspective. And I think that's why, like, something here has been brought to light for you to perhaps take this risk, but there's still some fear or trepidation around this. Like when I see the Guacha card of it covering one eye, it's like, I want to look, but I don't want to look. I want to look, but I don't want to look. Okay, let's see what else is in store here. Let's see if we can get a better picture of what's going on. Okay, the Page of Cups. What other? Ooh, the Five of Wands. And the King of Cups. Okay. Wow. Okay, so you guys are feeling some turmoil here. There's a lot of confliction, chaos. I get the sense it's more internal as opposed to external for some reason. Like I'm feeling this is more of an internalized, chaotic feeling that you might be feeling or going through. The Page of Cups coming up. You know, the Page of Cups can talk about an offering of an apology. There's so much, it's interesting. There's emotion here, confusion, fear, transformation, wanting to take a risk. With the devil energy here in reverse and then the Page of Cups, I'm just wondering if there's someone else involved here with you that has caused some of this like fear and trepidation around what you're going through. And in a way, like there's a peace offering that's kind of coming in. I feel like this is a peace offering, an apology, that kind of energy. Because when I'm looking at this particular Page of Cups here, okay, like this Page of Cups is just looking dead on, like straight into you. And I get the sense it's very sincere. I get a very sincere feeling around this. Someone or something here has gone through some transformative process. Perhaps something that either you or someone else didn't want to see, was a bit afraid. Again, this surprise, it could have been a surprise in the past, or it could be a surprise coming up in the last 2 weeks of November. Just where it kind of fell out and feeling like it might have been like either, like it might have been in the past. It's already happened. And then you have this confusion, chaotic energy. Again, like I am getting the energy from this reading, okay, of just uncertainty, like not knowing, like kind of like, do I, do not, don't I, do I, don't I, do I, don't I, like this kind of back and forth. But you have the King of Cups coming up here, which is very mature, emotional energy. It's very forthcoming with feelings. It's also very grounded in its feelings. Like it's the king. It's like I'm really getting a very sincere, heartfelt energy from these cup cards. And at the same time, there's a youthfulness here. There's a youthfulness or like a newness to all of this energy. Like whatever's happening in the last 2 weeks of November for you, it's got some sort of like rebirth, newness to it. Like I said, either this is something new or you're pivoting and it's transforming into, like a more lighthearted energy. But I feel like there's some distrust here in with the Five of Wands coming up. Like it's creating this uncertainty of like, is the past going to kind of come back to bite me? Like, will history repeat itself is what I'm kind of hearing. Okay. Oh wow. Oh wow. Okay. So we have the Moon in reverse and the High Priestess in reverse. Wow. You know, it's so interesting because the Moon to me is very feminine energy. It's very intuitive. It's very emotional. And then the High Priestess is very much like that, very intuitive, being able to see into the higher realms, being able to see things from a higher perspective, see perhaps what will become. But it's all in reverse. The moon can also talk about, okay, so I'm kind of getting here that you know what, I'm going to clarify these cards because I'm getting like multiple messages coming in here. Can I get a clarification on why the moon and the high priestess are here in reverse? Can I get clarification on why the moon and the high priestess are here in reverse? Please give us some clarification on this. Why in reverse? Huh. Okay. We got the Emperor in reverse and the Ace of Cups. Okay. So, water signs, I'm feeling like there's this feeling of being out of control. Okay. Like you don't have, like you're just not feeling like you've got control over a situation, or you're kind of feeling off balance. Like it's like I said, like there's this, like you're feeling off your game, or you're feeling off balance of something. Like you don't have that confidence or deep knowing here. And with the Ace of Cups coming in, like again, it talks about this, there's something fresh and new coming in that is very much tied to this idea of love. You know, it could be love for self, it could be love for another, it could be love in a sense of like perhaps working on something that's very passionate towards you, like really fills your cup up, like really speaks to your heart. But I'm getting, because it's coming on top of the moon here and the high priestess, I'm getting a sense that you're just, it's like you can't hear your intuition, like somehow not accessing your feminine energy, somehow not accessing, like feeling blocked to, like you're really looking or seeking for like signs or like some sort of answer in your meditation or your dreams, and I feel like you're not getting what you're asking for, and it's not something you're used to, like because water signs, you're pretty intuitive, you know, like that's your thing. But there is something new coming in. There's something new and fresh. But again, oh man, something's transforming. Something wants to have a fresh start, or someone wants a fresh start. Maybe just you who wants a fresh start over something. It could be like a fresh start to the way you're living your life, like what you're doing with your work, how you're showing up. Okay, we then just got the Three of Cups coming out. Wow, a lot of cup energy, a lot of emotions. We have the moon, we have the intuition, the King of Cups. The Death card to me is very emotional. The sacral chakra, oh gosh, that's like so much, like it's total desire and passion. So, Three of Cups. Okay, so I just heard someone really wants a reason to celebrate. Someone really wants a reason to celebrate. There's this push-pull energy coming in through this energy of like, you want to celebrate. There's a part of you that feels like, yes, this is the right move. This is the way to go. But again, it's like there's this holding back, not sure. Can we get more insight here for water signs? A little bit more insight here for water signs. Okay. Well, okay, so you have the Two of Swords coming up in reversed, which to me, this always talks about finally making a decision. Like finally, you know, getting the clarity that you need to be more decisive. With it coming up with the Three of Cups beside it, that I do feel like whatever's happening for you guys at the end of November, it's gonna all work out. I really do. I feel like it's gonna work out for you, and that you're going to be able to, if you're feeling kind of stuck or caught in how to move forward here, you're gonna get whatever you need. Like whatever clarity, whatever answers you're looking for, it's going to come in. However, I feel like it may come in from a very unsuspecting place. Like I think that's part of the reason why this Gotcha card is like a surprise. Like you may get your messages in usual ways, you know, maybe like it's through a friend or through your meditation, your higher self, like dreams, something like along those lines, just because we have so much moon intuitive, like high priestess energy coming in. But it's in reverse. I feel like it's not going to come in the way that you usually suspect it. Like whatever answers you're looking for, it's like, it's, have an open mind for the last 2 weeks of November. Have an open mind because you're going to be surprised, I think. Someone's either going to surprise you, like however, like with these, perhaps the answer going to come from the least likely person. Okay, one more message here, one more card. We have the King of Swords in reverse. Okay, can I get a clarification on the King of Swords? Something about cutting away. Why is the King of Swords here in reverse? It's falling under the King of Cups upright. You guys may just have to follow your heart. You may just have to follow your heart. This decision that you are making, it may not come from like a, you know, and that was kind of like the message for November, in that don't let the mind clutter the landscape of how to move forward. Okay, like let the heart be your guide, let the heart be your compass. And with so much cup energy here, I'm just getting this sense that that's kind of really kind of coming through for you, water signs. I'm just going to get another clarification card here on the King of Swords. The King of Swords, yeah, okay. You have the Four of Wands, which is all about, I mean, it's your twin flame card. For some of you, like I really feel like this has to do with love, or family, something of a very strong, structured, kind of soulmate nature. But Four of Wands on the King of Swords in reverse. Yeah, your stability, because this is a 4, your stability of, and this is a passion card, okay? Like this is creative. You got to get out of the head. The head is not going to be your friend. Like the ego, the mind, logic, it has its place. You know, like there are times when we just need to be using a little bit more logic, and a little less heart, you know, in certain situations. But I'm getting for you, it's a little opposite in this scenario. In this situation, follow your heart, follow your passion, follow the gut feeling that you're going to get in your sacral chakra, okay? Where you feel like in your gut how to go, like you're listen to that, okay? Follow that feeling to get the answers that you need and how you move forward. So you're going to move forward, and with the Four of Wands coming up, this talks about stability is coming in, but the stability is not going to come in from the mind. The stability, I feel, is going to come in from your heart, okay? So it looks like I do get the sense that things are going to work out for whatever's kind of going on here for you, water signs. But I just sense that there's like some confliction here. There's some like sort of chaotic energy on the inside, like an internal chaotic feeling. And something's gone through a transformative process here. And it's going to... The transformation is now bringing about this newness, okay? This newness, some fresh start, willingness to kind of step out into the unknown, not knowing where you're going to land, but the heart's just really telling you to go for it. So I'm going to leave it there, water signs. I hope this was helpful for you. Again, if you need any more information, you need your own personal reading, all that information is down below. Okay, I love you, water signs. Have a great rest of end of month, and I love you so much.